Well, free speech is very important. I don't know if you're referring to any place in particular. Perhaps they are, but
we've had free speech for a very, very long time here, so we're very proud about that. We protect it.
Don't be fooled by Sir Keir's assurances. Under his watch, the UK passed the Online Safety Act, sold as child protection, but in reality, a Trojan horse for censorship.
Arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic...
It's a Facebook crime, is it? I'm going to be arrested for posting on Facebook.
Some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that.
The Telegraph calls it not about protecting children, a Trojan horse for the biggest assault on free speech in modern British history.
I need to speak to you about something, that's all.
What about?
It's about comments which have been made on social media from yourself.
Fox News recently warned Britain is now facing a free speech crisis, with overzealous policing and laws making people too afraid to speak out.
You have been committed for sentence, having pleaded guilty to an offence of publishing written material which is threatening, abusive or insulting.
Trump stands for fearless public debate. While under Starmer's watch, the UK is moving toward restrictive rules that muzzle honest conversation.
The Online Safety Act came into being this weekend, which begins to look, although state suppression of genuine free speech may be upon us already.
This Online Safety Act, Orwellianly named, what it does absolutely nothing to protect children. What it does do is suppress freedom of speech in this country and really force social media companies to censor anti-government speech.
We do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies, but we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time. Well, no, I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
Starmer's words ring hollow. Behind his proud claim lies the Online Safety Act, a law so broad and vague that it hands regulators sweeping powers to remove any legal but harmful content, effectively turning big tech into government censors.
Mr. President, you have a successful social media site. There are new powers here to censor your site, state-mandated powers.
To censor my site?
To censor your site and Twitter
Truth?
and Facebook.
Truth,
I mean Truth. Is that okay?
Well, I don't think he's going to censor my site because I say only good things. Will you please uncensor my site?
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone. I don't see that as a free speech issue. I see that as a child protection issue.
I cannot imagine him censoring Truth Social. This is more of a very political, and it's been a very big success.
It's not going to happen.
And I only say good things about him and his country, so if they censor me, you're making a mistake. I'm going to give my ambassador the job, make sure it's not censored. I had not heard that.
Under Starmer's watch, Ofcom can demand takedowns of political posts that simply challenge the accepted narrative, while proposals to undermine encryption threaten the privacy of every private conversation. Ordinary Britons, once free to debate, now feel a chill whenever they log on, fearful that a single post could land them in trouble.
I don't understand. I posted something that he posted. You come to arrest me, you don't arrest him. Why has it come to this? Why am I in cuffs? Because of something he shared, then I shared.
If someone has been caused, obviously, anxiety based upon your social media sites. That's why you've been arrested.
And what I worry about is the threat from within. The retreat of Europe from some of its most fundamental values, values shared with the United States of America. For years, we've been told that everything we fund and support is in the name of our shared democratic values. You can't mandate innovation or creativity, just as you can't force people what to think, what to feel, or what to believe, and we believe those things are certainly connected. I look to Brussels, where EU commissars warn citizens that they intend to shut down social media during times of civil unrest the moment they spot what they've judged to be, quote, hateful content. I look to Sweden, where 2 weeks ago the government convicted a Christian activist for participating in Koran burnings that resulted in his friend's murder. And perhaps most concerningly, I look to our very dear friends, the United Kingdom, where the backslide away from conscience rights has placed the basic liberties of religious Britons in particular in the crosshairs.
It isn't just Sir Keir Starmer who's turning his back on the Britain we know and love. It's the entire Labour machine, from cabinet ministers down to the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. He's been knighted, yet under his watch, crime is soaring. Knife attacks are at record levels, and faith schools face relentless interrogation. He claims to champion service and charity, but what Christian charity does he protect? When Londoners live in fear and our churches are silenced, ask yourself, is Sadiq Khan even committed to the Christian values? The Britain's honours system is meant to uphold. How can he wear the title of Sir while presiding over the erosion of religious freedom and basic conscience rights? Knighthood once meant a sworn Christian-tinged duty, chivalry, courage, defending the realm and the faith. Today, it's a secular state honor for public service.
Will you visit London during the state visit? Or
I will. I'm not a fan of your mayor.
Why not?
I think he's done a terrible job. The mayor of London, but a nasty person.
Are you worried?
I think
he's a friend of mine.
No, I think he's done a terrible job. But I would certainly visit London.
Okay, let me make it clear. Sorry, I wasn't clear enough. I was told I shouldn't be saying rape gangs. They are rape gangs. I'm talking about rape gangs. I'm not talking about country lines. But to go back, nobody likes me saying rape gangs, although they are rape gangs. Grooming gangs that I would call rape gangs. Tell me about them. How many of those have we got? Not country lines, those particular groups.
To avoid any misunderstanding, can she define what she means by that?
Yes, if you look at what's gone on in Rotherham, where there are people taking young girls, grooming them for sex, that is what I'm talking about.
We know in London there are issues about exploitation of young people, but they're not as defined by the member in her definition of what those types of gangs are. What does she mean by that?
You know full well what I mean by that. It's all over the television. You know exactly what I mean by that. These gangs of people that are grooming young girls for sex. Do we actually have those in London?
Today we need to give a full answer. Can she be clear what she means by that? I'm not clear what she means.
How much clearer do you want me to be? Look at the gangs that they've uncovered in other parts of the country. Do we have those gangs in London? It's a simple question. The answer is very simple. It's yes or no. I'm asking you, do we have those sort of gangs in London?
I'm not sure why she's so nervous to say what she means. What do you mean?
No. I'm saying exactly what I mean. I'm saying, have we got any of those grooming gangs in London?
I'm unclear, Chair, what is meant by the question. If she could spell it out, I can answer.
I've just spelt it out. Are you not listening? It's the sort of gangs that groom young girls at a young age for sex.
A horrible mayor, nasty guy, stupid guy in my opinion, but he's a nasty man, and I want nothing to do with him. But I didn't think it was a big statement, and so many people said thank you for saying that. He's a bad guy. Khan is his name, I guess. He's done a lousy job, I can tell you that. Terrible mayor.